Hello guys, NautoAis here, and I want to give my impression of the Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack. Originally at April of 2023, I was planning to do my 6 months impression of the program, but of course things happened. I did a short video about it. Now it's time for my 6 months impression of this subscription. First of all, by now, I'm gonna probably cheat a bit here. By July of 2023, is it worth $50 for the expansion pack? And sadly to say, whether you like it or not, sadly, it does sound like at this point on, it is worth $50. So when it was first announced in October of 2021, if I remember, they didn't have a lot of options for the expansion pack. It was only N64, Sega Genesis. People thought it would be at least $40, and they said, it's going to be $50. And the online was buggy, and for a while even Doug Bowser said, well, in the long run we're going to fix it. Kind of sucks that happened, but again, it's better than not doing anything. Right now, moving to July 2023, yes, it looks like it. First of all, not only you have the N64, they have more games, GoldenEye, Pokemon Stadium. Sega Genesis also has some good games, of course, Mega Man, Wily War, and some other ones, granted. Most of them you can probably play it on other system, on other games such as the Sega Genesis collection, but at least it's there for some people who don't have the Sega Genesis collection game, so that's your alternative option. But of course, now, the February Nintendo Direct, they announced Game Boy, which is on the basic one, which is a good move, but Game Boy Advance. And again, I hate to say it, the starter lineup, they're good. They're long. Believe it or not, Game Boy Advance games to some extent are long. Mario and Luigi Superstar, that's long. The Minish Cap, that's long. Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario Advance 4, it's a long title. That game itself is long. Plus, all the e-reader stage are in the game. Of course, if you know the history behind it, I'll probably give my thoughts about it in a different video on my secondary channel. It's there. And of course, they just added in Fire Emblem Blazing Sword, which is the first Fire Emblem in the West. They even had the other Super Mario Advance series in there. Those games, to some extent, are long. And you have a lot of options there. Plus, the online, they're starting to improve it. There you have it. Of course, still the DLC. They still have the same one. Mario Kart 8, the Animal Crossing, and Splatoon 2. But the most focus on this one really is the N64 and the Game Boy Advance. The Genesis, to some extent, there. As of right now, it is now worth $50. Even I have to admit it, I don't like it. But I know it took a long while, but I guess that's been their plan. It kind of sucked, but well, it's not really unethical. It's just kind of bad form. So what score would I give it for this 6 months from October 2022 to April 2023? Well, as of right now, I am going to give it an 8 out of 10 because there is a lot of options for those retro apps. The DLC is still there, and like I said before, if you don't have the DLC for those games, then you're really going to optimize your enjoyment and your investment for this one. Because again, it is $50 per year. So at least that's better than $50 per month, like the Game Pass Score, which if you heard about that one, they have something new now. PlayStation Plus subscription, of course, same deal. It is why an 8 out of 10. October is going to be the next one for my 12 months and see if they're going to add more stuff. And is it really worth more that people should really just say you just go for it because you're going to have a lot of experience with it. But again, like I said, the catch here is unless you don't have the games that the DLC have and that you never ever played a lot of this retro system, Game Boy Advance, N64, and Genesis, then you might be turned down a bit about it. So say, well, I'm not really interested with the retro, then that's a bit of a problem. Or I already have the DLC, then that could be also the problem there. But if you don't have all the shebang and you never played most of this game, then yes, it is worth $50. And like I said, the 8 out of 10 there. So that is my impression for the 6 months. So next time it's going to be in October of 2023. I'm going to give my impression of the 12 months for the expansion pass. Let's see if they can add more games, which probably is. But you might say, what about new system? Chances are probably not. That's probably going to be in the next Nintendo console. I have a feeling that what they have right now, they're going to improve it on the next one. Because if you follow Shuntaro Furukawa, basically what he's saying is that whatever they have on the Switch will be moved also to the next Nintendo console. Kind of like what PlayStation and Xbox are doing now. Yes, in the past, due to lack of experience, that's why. But again, it is what it is. So before I close this, once again, my score for the 6 months experience for the expansion pass is an 8 out of 10. With that, I'll see you guys later.